Astrid Lareau here. I'm back from my Facebook Live one now. I'm on YouTube Live. Anyways, so I pulled from my butterfly deck for this reading, and it's kind of a short and to the point message. It's 3 cards, and the first card I pulled was Sobriety, and this is for the a general. When I pull cards for the general public, I always ask that my guides, give me something that the general public can relate to, or may know someone that is going through these type of issues or whatever. So the first card I pulled for the general public was Sobriety. This card represents getting sober, and it also represents either you or someone you love is struggling with addiction right now. I'm feeling like it could be you or someone around you that you love is maybe possibly struggling right now, or maybe had a relapse of some sort after a long time sober. I feel like they're kind of beating themselves up about it too. So if that is you or someone you know and they did relapse and they're beating themselves up about it, guide and source is telling me to tell them you can begin again and start over, and it'll be okay. So we're all human, and no one's perfect. No one. So, and we're all, going through things in life. So if that is you or someone you know that had some time in recovery and relapsed or something like that, or and is beating themselves up about it, just try to be there for them emotionally and support them as long as they're getting back on their feet. If that's going to a meeting with them or doing something of that nature, then being that support would be great. And then also, if there is someone who is not necessarily a relapse, but has this card also represents 2 other things. Someone that either they're showing me like balloons for people, someone that maybe has just gotten sober. Okay, so they're giving you like a pat on the back. I call it the proverbial pat on the back for getting sober, if it's recent. And I also feel like the other meaning of the card is someone that probably needs to get sober and needs a little tough love right now in that department. Might be some enabling going on, but you think you're doing it out of a place of love, but I think in the overall general scheme of things, it's not really helping that person. Whether it's, I think you're in tune with that. Whoever it is, you know what I'm talking about. So, so that's what that card represents. And the one directly following the Sobriety card was welcoming the new. Oh, you know what? Let me read. I want to I always like to let me I want to summarize this card before we go to the new one. It's either you or someone struggling with addiction. This is about not enabling, but being the support they need to get sober. This card also represents someone that just got sober, the proverbial pat on the back, congratulations. And this is someone that probably needs to get sober and needs a little tough love. Okay, so just to summarize that card, and no enabling. But there also represents, the last thing it represents is that someone who has relapsed and is beating themselves up about it, and they feel really bad about it. For that person, be that support for them. So I just wanted to kind of summarize that card. I felt like I needed to, so I did. All right, so the next card is welcoming the new, which I think is a great follow-up card for Sobriety, new beginnings and welcoming the new. So that's what this card is. So this card resonates with me. Following the Sobriety card is new beginnings, new starts, fresh starts. Pushing that reset button, which was kind of what the message was on my Facebook Live. Rebooting and recharging, getting the momentum back to have those new beginnings and inspiration and motivation to begin again and begin anew. Everything. That's what I feel like that card represents. Starting, recharging, rebooting, beginning again, new beginnings. So, and I feel like that's a great follow-up card for Sobriety. And then the last card is, I just said this, forgiveness. It's forgiveness of yourself and others, okay? And this is the last card. And remember when I was talking about this first card, I said there was someone that's having trouble feeling bad about their relapse, and I feel like they need to forgive themselves and try to move on and have the support from people, whether they're going to meetings with them or whatever. So I feel like this card's also for that person. Forgiveness. Forgive yourself, okay? And other people forgive, and then and you forgive others. It's about forgiveness for yourself and forgiveness for others. And I think that basically sums it up, because that's what I keep getting in my head. Forgiveness for yourself and forgiveness for others. We are all spiritual souls, and we are on this life. We are in this life to learn lessons. That's what it's about. And sometimes it takes a couple times to learn the lessons. And this is what I was saying was the last one is, I was just saying that the last on Facebook Live that we were talking about. Oh yeah, I remember. Basically, you don't have to learn the same mistakes twice in this lifetime, and that was about wisdom. And if you find yourself in a familiar situation that created some disruption in your life before, and you're feeling that familiarity again, that's your guide's way of saying, hey, we learned this lesson already, soul. Let's move on so we can ascend. So that's kind of what I'm getting from that card, from this forgiveness card. And that also kind of tied into my last reading on Facebook. That gentle reminder from source, that gentle reminder from spirits. If you find yourself in that familiar situation where that mistake happened, or a certain mistake happened before, and you're back in that situation again, that's just a gentle reminder from source to say, we learned this lesson, soul. You know, we don't need to do it again. And it's kind of like a little nudge, or a little just a gentle reminder. So I hope that helps. All right, guys. Well, I have to go. If you didn't catch me live this time, I'm usually around in the mornings, so I hope to catch you live. Oh, and then also, I still have my introductory rates: 15 minutes, $15; 30 minutes, $30; 60 minutes, $60. And I do PayPal and phone readings and video readings and face-to-face readings if you're local. All right, love and light, guys. Blessings to you all. Take care. Mwah.